And we're live. Welcome back to the Better Than Bitcoin podcast, where I talk about the future of money. I'm your host, Jamie Dabauskas. So before I get started, I just want to say that this is being uploaded on a Saturday because I'll be traveling all day tomorrow on Sunday to go back to Maryland and go back to my dorm. So I have a few video ideas I want to film in Washington, D.C. for my main YouTube channel, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, not a lot has happened to Bitcoin over the past week, so let's talk about it anyways. For a little market recap, I'm ever so slightly bullish on Bitcoin in the short term. On the 4-hour chart, the MACD, which is used to show convergences and divergences, appears to be on the verge of a bullish cross. The RSI, which is used to show the strength of a price move, is in the lower bounds of the neutral channel, so that's overall neutral because I can't say for sure where it'll go. The stochastic RSI, which is used to measure overbought and oversold levels, it is smack in the middle of the neutral range on the 4-hour chart, which makes it short-term neutral. But I want to point out the stochastic RSI on the daily chart has already reached oversold territory, which is very bullish. On the last episode of the podcast, I was talking about the Elliott wave structure, saying that I was looking for a deeper 3-wave ABC correction to around the 7,700-ish level. Since my analysis is slightly bullish and not bearish, it makes me wonder since my analysis right now is bullish, slightly bullish and not bearish, makes me wonder if this correction we're in is somehow a shallower correction, or if we're currently in a confusing, really choppy bigger wave 4, and need one more leg up before we're going to get that ABC correction that we need. I still want to say, despite for what I think for the short-term price movements, which is hard to calculate, but for long-term, I'm very bullish in Bitcoin as long as I think it's like the 6,000, 6,900-ish thing holds. If the 1-2 previously holds, we are fine. Other than that, we're screwed. But overall, still long-term bull. Nothing has changed since that, just to reassure people. So that's all for the market update. Now I want to talk about a few news articles from this weekend that seemed cool to talk about. So continuing the Peter Schiff drama from last episode of the podcast, there has been an update. Apparently, Peter Schiff set up his Bitcoin wallet with a password and a numerical PIN. When he was locked out, the wallet asked for his password to restore the wallet, and Peter kept entering his PIN, not his password. So that's why I kept giving that error. And then he had that whole Twitter drama, stuff like that. He was saying, blaming on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's bad, but yet he was the one who forgot his password. Yeah, I think it's really dumb drama. That's literally it. That's just a simple mix-up, caused a lot of complaining from him on Twitter, caused news articles, stuff like that. I just thought it was really funny to watch this all go down. Anyways, moving on to the next article, the CEO from the financial technology firm Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, he hints at a Ripple having a possible IPO. At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, Brad said, "In the next 12 months, you'll see IPOs in the crypto/blockchain space. We're not going to be the first, and we're not going to be the last, but I expect us to be on the leading side. It's a natural evolution for our company." For those of you who don't know, an IPO, or an initial public offering, is the process of offering shares to a private company, or offering private shares of a private company to the public. Now, this is interesting for Ripple because of the controversy behind owning shares of their cryptocurrency token XRP. One of the things that people get wrong about XRP is that despite Ripple partnering with banks and offering high-tech financial services to banks and other clients, these improvements in the company have absolutely nothing to do with their token XRP. So essentially, owning XRP token does not mean you own a share of the company Ripple. For those of you who don't know what XRP token is used for, just because I'm throwing it around right now, the XRP token is used for facilitating the transfer of other assets like US dollars or Bitcoin, really fast, within seconds, handle a lot of transactions per second, blah, 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 stuff like that. Despite how people feel about the XRP token, I think it's exciting that Ripple will eventually be having an IPO, so people can profit off of Ripple's improvements to the world of financial technology. It's just dead simple. One of the last articles I want to talk about is about a new controversial proposal to the Bitcoin Cash network. Before I present this piece of news, I just want to say that overall, I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin Cash. I was never a fan of Bitcoin Cash when it forked off of Bitcoin in 2017. The whole reason Bitcoin Cash forked off of Bitcoin was because they had like disputes on how to solve the scalability problem of Bitcoin, how to make Bitcoin faster, and how to make it not lightweight physically, but lightweight as a program, if you know what I mean. But Bitcoin Cash's solution, Roger Ver, who founded Bitcoin Cash, his solution was to increase the block size, which makes everything theoretically chunky, I guess, though not lightweight. So increasing the block size makes everything bigger and bigger and bigger. You need more data throughput. You need more. It doesn't really solve this problem of scalability. That's why I never really liked it. Anyways, so the reason I'm saying this is anything you're hearing after this is my opinion and my opinion only. So the major proposal that's upcoming for Bitcoin Cash is a new 12.5% miners tax. Yes, you heard me right. The creators of Bitcoin Cash need money, so they will take it from the revenues of the miners to raise funding. That's just, I don't understand why people believe in this dumpster fire. Cryptocurrency mining is pretty much already a risky investment with very, very, very tight margins, even no margins at all sometimes. And now the creators of Bitcoin Cash want to tax those slim to none margins. Like, what? So how this reportedly is going to work is that the funds, okay, it gets worse. So how this reportedly is going to work is the funds collected from the tax will be routed to a corporation, not a nonprofit foundation like what the developers of Real Bitcoin has. Like, this brings up the issue of centralization to the table. This one corporation that will be raising the tax funds apparently has control of 30% of the Bitcoin Cash network. I'm speechless. Overall, this sounds like a dumpster fire that I will personally stay away from. If I cannot advocate against Bitcoin Cash for it to fall, I'll just basically just stand back. I mean, people who don't like it can just stand back now and let the developers of it destroy it themselves. I mean, this is just absurd. Anyways, that's all the news for today, all the market update for this week. So that's all for episode 14 of the Better Than Bitcoin podcast. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Jamie Dabaskis, and peace out.